everyone, it's Bree and I'm back at it again with a new video. I'm gonna be calling this house Casa de las Calzones. I really couldn't think of a name suitable for this build, so Calzones it became. This build is like totally different than any of my builds I've previously done, but like I've never actually built like Mediterranean kind of Spanish revival house. Like I'm not familiar with the style. I've never built it just for fun or like in any of my Sims games where I wasn't recording, so it wasn't really like I wasn't familiar with it, of course. So like it took me a lot of time to actually do this build, a lot more than I had thought it would take. I was hoping it would be a fast build because, as you can see, it's on like a 30 by 30 lot. It's fairly decent size. You can't go too overboard, as I'm known to do with most of my builds. But I did. I just took like literally like 9 hours to do this, and not all in one go. I stopped, I quit, I stopped, I quit. I almost thought about like trashing this whole build. Like the building of the house was fine. It was the furnishing that stumped me. I hit what you would call like a roadblock, I think they're called, or what are they called? I think they're called roadblocks or speed block. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, honestly, I almost rage quit like 10 times. Like, I really almost rage quit this build. I was so frustrated. I couldn't seem to get a certain style that I wanted, and it wasn't until I committed to a palette color that I was able to get some furnishings in. And even then, like, The Sims doesn't have that many options for building, and a lot of the Mediterranean kind of Spanish stuff is also old style, not like modern. So like what I wanted to do was a Spanish revival. What actually happened was a Spanish looking house, like it looked like a Spanish modern Spanish kind of build with kind of like old school interior, because I couldn't find things that worked well for this build. And so like yeah, it was hard. It was a hard build, but I persisted through it, and I made it. As you can see, I'm recording now, so it's done. It's good. I got it. I probably could have uploaded it without furnishing it, but I hate doing that. I always feel like I'm not committing myself to something, or not fully finishing something irritates me. So like I literally couldn't. So here I actually was making the floor plan, and I did cut it out because I'm not fond of you guys watching me do my floor plans for like 2 hours. A lot of the time I have bigger builds, and that's why it takes me so long to do my floor plans, so I've just gotten in the habit of cutting them out, just because it's not really fun to watch it, or at least from my perspective it's not. But yeah, we have like some really nice Spanish like roof things, and I was really excited. I thought we had a lot of stuff going into this build. I was like, this will be a breeze. This will be so easy. And then I got into it, and I was like, crap, this is not as easy as I thought it would be. And so that's why it's taken me so long to get a video out for the last week or two. Don't remember. But yeah, I've been really like trying to like get this build finished. Also, I am currently working on a new build, and it's gonna be amazing, amazeballs. Like seriously, you should check that one out when it comes out, hopefully this week. But as I said, it's a lot bigger build than this one, so it might take me a while. I'm currently furnishing it, like all the landscaping and all the build is done. It's just the furnishing, so that shouldn't take me too long, but like I said, it's a big build, so hopefully this coming week, it will be out, and we can potty move on to the next build. But yeah, so I tried for kind of like a warmer palette instead of the cool tones that I usually decorate in. I noticed I decorate in a lot of blues and like greens and like whites and blacks and those, so I kind of went for like a more of a, what does the stucco on the building color look like? I don't even know what, like a beige? I guess that's a beige. I don't even know. Yeah, but I went for like beiges, browns, oranges, yellows, and reds. And maybe a hint of purple, I'm not sure. Yeah, I put some purple in the house, but not too much. But as you can see, there's no door on the bottom. What I was going for is a raised house, like a raised level house where the garage is underneath. So what I'm building right now are the garages, and there's gonna be 3. I don't know why I wanted 3. I just wanted 3. I wanted it to be an extra. Like, even though it's a small house, I still wanted it to be extra. So I had to put in 3 garages because that's extra. That's just me. But I don't know, I thought it looked a lot better with that extra extension on. I also put those little balconies on the windows because I thought that they would look pretty cute, considering it's kind of like jutting out at you and it's not really supported by anything. It kind of looks like it's just like there, but I couldn't put any beams there because obviously that's the driveway, and you know, that wouldn't work. Also, the landscaping took years to do, so I edited that out too, because I literally put those yellow bushes around the whole perimeter of the lot, and also I did fences and then more bushes around those. So yeah, I just edited out pretty much everything. I think I saved a few things, like it's just this over and over and over and over. Yeah, that's basically the whole lot around to the back. But I really wanted to get some nice landscaping in. I know that most Spanish builds would technically be in like the deserty area, and the palm trees don't really go with the green and all that, but I don't like to build in Oasis Springs. I don't know why, but I'm not a big fan of the sand and dirt. I'm not sure. I maybe just cast like yellow hues against the building or something. I don't know what it is, but it's not the same as having like lush, nice grass. I don't know. I always think like how they would structure a house in sand, but obviously I guess it's not like the loose sand that you find at running through your toes at like a park or a beach or something. It's probably more of the compacted sand that's like wet and stuff, where you can build like sand castles with, that kind of sand, where they have to like support the buildings into it. I don't know. I feel like it just shift a lot. I don't know how these things work. I live in Canada. I know nothing about sand, but or the desert. But yeah. So moving on. I was gonna edit some of this out, but I figured I'd leave some in because kind of defeats the purpose of making a video to share my creations if I don't share all of my creations. Here I actually put some windows, and it's just wallpaper windows and pillars for the garages instead of those garage doors, because you can't change the freaking color on the garage doors, and the silver was throwing me off of my palette that I was going for with the warm tones instead of cool tones. So yeah, so I had to choose, I had to figure out a different way, and I know a lot of other YouTubers and people like to put the windows on instead of using actual garage doors. I think it's just so you can customize it better to your build. But yeah, so I did that. And I did cut out the kitchen. You can see it there kind of on the left side. I was going for a really white, old school kind of kitchen, and I wanted one of those big stone fireplace ovens that you see in like those builds, and I really wanted to do that, but it didn't work out for me. So what I did was I literally just changed every single thing, and it actually ended up being like fast played 10 minutes in the kitchen, and it's such a tiny space that I just said forget it. So I like edited it out because yeah, nobody wants to watch me change the kitchen around like 10 times. Like, I literally changed everything back and forth. I was so confused with what I was doing. I was just like, I don't even know at this point. Like, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this build as much as I would like a modern or like a farmhouse kind of build, because that's more what I'm into. But I thought I'd try something new out. Some people like this style. I wouldn't mind actually playing, like live playing in this house. I did for like a few days, and then I got bored because I'm not into live playing as much as I am into building. Like, a lot of the time I really try to get into it, and I used to play for like hours on ends just in live mode, and it wouldn't even, like, of course I'd build a house for like hours on end, but then I'd be like, you know what, I actually play it for like 3 hours or so, and then I'd just get bored with the whole plot, and I'd have to change things. I try to make like a family, but I always did like the perfect family, so then I got bored with that stuff, and I never had any fun doing that. Like, so like I've been trying to like create different kind of households that are much more interesting, and that has amused me more than anything I had previously done. So now it's just I kind of just play when I can, and when I feel like I have the time to, just because I do so much other things. I have so many hobbies. Like, I can't tell you how many hobbies I have. I can't even count them all in my hands. Like, there's just so many things that I like to do, and I like to keep busy. So I like, sometimes I have time to play, and that's when I'll do it. I actually have a whole saved profile for just my live mode, and then a separate one for like builds, so it's completely separated so that I don't lose anything from resetting your household so many times. Ugh. So I had the hiccups before this build. I was like hiccuping, and I was like, crap, I really wanted to record my video. So I like waited like 2 minutes, and then I went away, and I was like, well, that's never happened before. Yeah, so like, excuse me if I start hiccuping, because that happened. Anyways, yeah, I'm not usually one to make medium-sized builds, I guess you would call this, because it's definitely not a small build, but it's definitely not up to my standards of big builds. Oh my god, this gave me so much trouble. I always see people like putting stuff on there, and I know you can, and I couldn't remember how you did it, and I was just like, oh, I couldn't fathom how I did it, and then I finally figured it out, and I was like, oh, there we go. Yeah. It takes me a while, but I get there. It takes me a little time. And there it is. Yeah. And then it wasn't even centered, and I was like, yeah, I'm just leaving it. It's done. I'm not moving it. So yeah, if you want to center it, you can go through that whole process, but I just couldn't. I really wanted to put it like above the fireplace, like lower, like on top of the shelf thing, and I couldn't go through that again and move that stuff all around. No, I just couldn't. So yeah, that happened, and it's staying like that because I can't be bothered to change it. It's just too much. My brain power does not function like that. I do, like, sometimes I can be like really OCD on stuff and be like, I have to change that, but other times I'm just like, yeah, we'll leave it. That's okay. We'll go with the flow. If it wanted to be straight and equal and all that stuff, it would be, but it's not, so I leave it like that. I don't know why it's such a big pause here. Maybe you should edit that. Okay, so this is what I wanted it to be was a library / study. I wanted it to be more of a study than a library. I wanted bookcases in there, but I also didn't want to overcrowd it and make it too over booky. Like, it's a small room. Like, I didn't want it overcrowded, so I didn't put too many bookshelves in. But that freaking window there, when you turn back, right there, I just kind of, it's just in like a little nook, and I didn't want it in the bathroom, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just put a bookshelf in front of it. Look, I'm not proud of it, but it happened, and we're just gonna let it be. I probably could have put like a bench, but even when I put a bench there, it was like still only half there, so it's like, we're just gonna pretend it's not there. Like, it looks pretty from the outside, but from the inside, I didn't have a clue what to do with it. Yeah, as I was saying, we don't have many furniture that kind of works with this area, so I like had to improvise. I was imagining this house is older and it has like a whole bunch of many different rooms, but as you can see, I put like a whole bunch of archways, and I imagine someone came in and just blew up some of the walls and realized they needed some like beams and stuff to hold up the second story, so that's why there is beams in between the kitchen, the dining room and the living room, what I would call the living room, and then we'll call this space over here like the family room, because when there's like two living rooms, they're called like different things, so let's just call it the family room. So right now in the family room, yeah, like I said, not many furniture. I was having so much problems furnishing this place. It worked out in the end, but still, just took way too long. Like, you'll see me go through like 20 different items just to find stuff that works for this build. I honestly just, it's never taken me so long to build a simple house like this. Like, I had an idea, and the idea just like didn't work out for me. It did not, but I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to rage quit. Like, I probably should have, but I hate giving up. It's like the worst thing you can do. Sometimes you gotta let things go, though. I probably should have let this one go, but I think it turned out well. Like, I kept to my warm palette. I really actually like this family room. It looks like super cute, and over there on the right you can see that there's like a little computer nook, and I really like that nook too, but I didn't show it on camera just because I also changed the colors on that like 20 million times. So I started that room, was the first room that I did, and then I worked on the kitchen, and then I had crap luck in the kitchen, so then I switched the desk area, and then I switched back in the kitchen, and then I switched and I switched and I switched. So yeah, I was just so indecisive. Like, it was driving me crazy. Like, I was so indecisive. There's just like so many things that are in this theme that aren't in this theme. Like, you see, like in the roof stuff, there was some stuff in the theme with the tiles and all of that, but they didn't have half as many things as I thought they would. So actually, this is like my brilliant idea. This is my favorite space, is the outdoor space, and I really wanted to incorporate the jacuzzi tub into the little deck. So I had to I could only put like 3/4 of the hot tub or jacuzzi into the deck. So It kind of sticks out, but I think I covered in the end. But yeah, I really had this bright idea, because you know how those like stone kind of fireplace ovens look? I was trying to build that with this, and I think it turned out pretty well. The screenshots are really pretty, and in-game it looks beautiful, especially at night. I love it. It's amazing. So it's like one of my favorite places. I would love this. If I had this in my house, in my backyard, that would be amazing. Like, it just looks so awesome. And if I don't know if you get my meaning when I say like the stone ovens that they have outside. You know those like pizza ovens where they it's kind of an Italian thing, not really Spanish, but they put like a stone or a wood plate thing down, and then they put like the pizza in, and then they got this big like pizza like knifey not a knife, it's like a big like spatula or shovel kind of thing, and they just kind of like shove it into the fireplace, which is like an oven, and it kind of like cooks like that. That's what I was like imagining this was one of those kind of old school ovens. I would really like to see one of those. I know sometimes they have them at restaurants, but to have one in your backyard would be pretty lit, I think. So I was putting like the tongs to make it look like a real fireplace, because we don't really have like fire pokers and like sticks and wooden logs and stuff. But here I'm just trying to light it up. I usually always put lanterns in my builds, but as you can see, I use different colors this time. Usually I use the blue and the white one the most, but I used like red and orange and gold and black, and I really branched out from, I'm really proud of myself for this actually. I branched out from my cool tone palettes into a warmer kind of palette, which is not really me. It's definitely something I grew up with, like warm tones. My mom loves red, and so like she would decorate our house and paint our house in really bright warm colors. Maybe I'm trying to escape from my childhood. That would explain it. I don't know. I'm more of a blue person. Like, I like blues and whites, kind of because I like the beachy theme, the cottagey kind of beach farmhouse style, and they usually have cool tones. But yeah, I definitely branched out with the colors in this one, which I'm really happy about. But I should probably tell you guys that this house has a 3-car garage, as you could see. It's 3 floors, so this basement floor, which I don't show very much of, simply because it would have took too long to show you all of it. But yeah, the basement floor, there is a living room / rec area / movie area kind of thing, and then there is the garage with a crafting table, whatever that workshop thing is, and then there's a bedroom with a walk-in closet and also an ensuite bathroom, so you can have like your in-laws or friends stay over, and they get their own little like space down there away from you, whole floor away from you. So I really liked furnishing it. It's kind of like a whole other house, so it's kind of like your in-law suite that you have. Like, rich people have in-law suites where like in their house they have like a place where vacation guests can stay or whatever. So yeah, literally just went around the building with those bushes, and then I'm filling in with some plantage. I literally love that plant. It's so pretty, and I love that one too. It's pretty as well. I don't know, I'm just really feeling some of our new stuff. So I know that the jungle adventure pack is coming out, or is probably already out by the time I upload this video. I'm really excited for it. Of course it comes out after I build the Spanish build, but I saw some of the game pack stuff, and they have like all these cool tiles, and I was really complaining in this, like while I was making this, I was complaining the whole time that we didn't have nice like Mediterranean tiles, or we didn't have like nice wall tiles either for like the kitchen and stuff. We only had like really ugly ones, and that's why I had so much problems furnishing, because I really wanted some fancy tiles to make it look like a Mediterranean house, but I had really crap options. So I went mostly with the terracotta tiles, which are pretty much known everywhere for it being Mediterranean style. So yeah, I didn't really get much more original than that, because I didn't have much of a choice unless I wanted some crazy pixely tiles. So that is what I went for. Yeah, I actually like the backyard is my favorite. It's definitely awesome. Like it has a swimming pool, dining, seating, and then it has like the balcony and then another balcony. So there's that balcony, that deck right there. And then above it is the master suites balcony. And I think I put some chairs on that one too, so there's lots of seating. You can find pretty much anywhere you can sit down. Well, I mean, there's like 2 family rooms. Oh yeah, anyways, I was saying that, okay, there's 3 living rooms, 2 balconies, / decks, 4 baths, 4 bedrooms, and 5 baths, a study, hot tubs, and an outdoor kitchen / barbecue, which I cut out of the footage. But yeah, this is the master bedroom. Yeah, and we just put like a little desk, and we have the fireplace, and I was gonna make like the old school like sitting area, you know, where your grandpa and grandpa kind of sit and they like stare at the fire and they're all in love and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I would want a fireplace in my bedroom. It's kind of like dangerous, also dirty, and you'd have to get it clean so much, and yeah, I don't know, like I always wanted one. Maybe more an electric one now, but definitely when I was younger I always wanted a wood burning fireplace. I don't know what it was. I think it was just like romantic vibes, and it was like homey kind of feeling. But now it's not really like that. It's kind of like, it's just a mess. It's kind of something else that I have to clean, and I don't want to worry about it. So yeah, but I just went with like reds and creams and dark browns for this build. I really wanted to keep it like not too crazy. Even though it's the master bedroom, I didn't want to put like a million colors. So we just went with like a simple design. But yeah, I still kept some colors in it. I wish we would have had stuff that I could have fit into this. Like there's really not much old school looking things that also look like they could be Mediterranean style, so I just kind of just kept the basics so that I could just, you know, I didn't want to hurt my brain more than it was already hurting trying to furnish this build. Like I had already like rage quit like 3 times in like one day, so I was like, yeah, I just need to get this done. I need to focus. I need to pick what I want to do, and I need to do it. So I was really like motivating myself to do it, get it done, and then like look at the final product and see what I liked and what I didn't like and what I can improve on next time, because a lot of the time I'm just building out of fun, and this one, it was fun, like the outside was fun, but like once I got inside, I just wanted to do something completely different than the outside style, and it wasn't working for me. Like I had a whole different vision for what I wanted, and because we don't have that in The Sims 4, we can't really put what we're seeing in our head into creation. So like it was really bugging me that I couldn't you know, show my vision to you guys. Like, I really wanted to build something amazing, and I'm really happy with the build itself and how it turned out now that I worked on it. But at the time, I was not really that happy with it, and I was kind of having just like that roadblock, and I was definitely thinking that I should just throw this one to the garbage because I just couldn't do this theme. But I love architecture, and I love trying new things, so I really wanted to make sure that I got this done. Anyways, moving on. This is the kids' room. It's kind of like not really genderized. Like, it could be a boys' room and it could be a girls' room. I did put sports stuff in it because I was feeling more of a boy vibe. But there's always girls who are athletes too, and it's definitely not, you know, specific to one gender. So you can put whatever kind of family in this house. Really isn't, like, usually I make the master bedrooms like super girly, but I find that it actually looked pretty like gender neutral. So you can put like any family in. It could be like a single dad, it could be like a single mom, it could be like the uncle of like 3 kids or something. Like, you know, like, it doesn't have to be the perfect family like I try to play and never get through because it's too perfect and I can't live with that. So yeah, I just tried to like kind of fit in different looks for the master bedroom, because I'm not good at not making it girly, because I am a girl, so it kind of comes off that way naturally. Plus, a lot of the things that I gravitate towards too are a lot of the frilly looking typical girl things, right? So it's kind of my style, and I just kind of try to get out of my style. It's good to learn new things. I like learning, and I tried, and then I'm happy with it. Sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, but I am happy with it. Yeah, this room was just like a pain in the butt because it's kind of like a tiny room, and also the bed is a lighter beige color, and like the whole house I'm doing like dark brown woods, and this is the only one that comes in, so I had to do different ones. But yeah, I really like those lights are awesome, and I've been using them in a lot more of my builds. You'll see them a lot probably, but yeah, I love those builds. I'm really excited for them. I do cut out all the bathrooms. I'm pretty sure you don't see any of them, just because, as I was saying, the style for tiles was not to my liking, and so I was not feeling the bathrooms as much as I usually do. So I cut them all out. Not that they aren't good, I did make them awesome, but still, just way too many cut and delete scenes I had going for this build, because I would quit and then come back to it 20 million times. So yeah, this is what I was talking about when I said I found the movie Hangout stuff pack, and I literally poured everything through it, and I thought, wow, this really looks like a more Mediterranean style than what I had before, and I was really disappointed that I didn't find it sooner. I don't know why I didn't. It just never like occurred to me to use any of the movie Hangout stuff. It was just kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just, it so would have worked for Spanish Revival, for like a modern Spanish Revival, and I was just, if I could go back, I don't know if I would change anything. I'm kind of happy that it has the separate spaces, and the purples down here with hints of red and orange, and then like mostly orange and red upstairs. I think this is kind of more the fun space, so it kind of needs like more of those bold colors, whereas like upstairs is kind of like a relaxing space, so it kind of needs like just a general tone set, which I think we did pretty well upstairs. considering. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the jungle pack. I can't wait to get it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it right away, but we'll see. I do have a budget. I am a normal person. I have budgets, so we'll see if I really want it that bad. I'll probably end up buying it. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably gonna leave it here. I'll see you next time. Make sure to leave comment suggestions and feedback down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and have a fantastic day.